Well, the world's confronted with a number of significant sustainability issues, climate change, water scarcity, solid waste. And corporations can play a very significant role in helping to address these issues. Now, Procter Gamble recently announced a new goal that we are going to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions by 30% in 2020 in the absolute, with 2010 as our baseline. Now, what that means is that in 2020, we will emit 30% less greenhouse gas emissions than we did in 2010, even though our business will grow by many tens of billions of dollars. Now, historically, we have cut our greenhouse gas emissions through eco-efficiency and conservation and reducing energy use, and that has brought us some success. But unfortunately, the low-hanging fruit has been picked, and it's getting harder and harder to reduce emissions just based on conservation. Really, the next step change comes from switching from fossil fuels to renewable energy. And that's why we're putting so much emphasis now on the drive to renewable energy. Now, P&G as a corporation needs to grow in order to be successful, but that growth must be responsible. And for it to be responsible, we must uncouple our growth from emissions. And renewable energy is the way to do that. We try to make all of our work in sustainability an opportunity to build the company's business, and our climate policy is no different. I talked to you a moment ago about our work in conservation. Well, we have been working on energy efficiency over the years, and over the past 5 years, we've saved $350 million as a company in energy costs through this conservation. Now, as you look for us to switch from fossil fuels to renewables, I still see great business opportunity in that because, with all that's happening today around, governments coming together talking about reducing emissions, there is an uncertainty into the future about what types of policies, may be passed to curb fossil fuel-based emissions. So a company that is driving towards renewable, to have that flexibility and that nimbleness between these two sources will be best positioned to handle that uncertainty. Well, as I mentioned, we look for everything to be a business opportunity for P&G. So the key to have that be an opportunity is to form partnerships. I'll give you one example. We're in the process of constructing a new biomass facility in Albany, Georgia. Now, this will be a facility that will supply 100% of the electricity for our plant there. Now, this plant makes tissue products such as Bounty paper towels, Charmin bathroom tissue. It is probably one of P&G's most energy-intensive facilities. We're moving that, as I said, to 100% renewable electricity. That single project will give P&G 7% renewable energy. And it is only happening because we've been able to form partnerships with Constellation Energy, Georgia Power, World Wildlife Fund, which is helping to drive scale. That's going to be the key to the future, is being able to drive that scale through partnerships. We are the first to admit that we don't know everything. We are the largest consumer products company in the world. We have great expertise internally, but we don't know everything. And by joining RE100, Climate Group, the Climate Savers from World Wildlife Fund, we are finding the resources and the expertise that can help us. It also helps us link with like-minded companies for which we can partner with and create the scale. Historically, as we've talked on our goals, we've had goals that we've set over the years, and they have largely been what we wanted to do. As we've moved to a science-based goal, the 30%, that's a goal based on what we should do. So I think the key message to corporations is historically you did what you wanted to do, now you should be doing what you should do. And that's in goals such as the science-based goals for greenhouse gas emission reductions.